But if you don't want to buy health insurance, the IRS has to see to it that you do. That's what universal health care is about.
You're making another mistake. That's incorrect because you can't. You are not required to get insurance under the law. You can choose to pay into the pool that pays for your insurance should you go into a hospital
emergency room. What if you choose not to do anything? Then who?
Then you are going to have to pay up to, not exceeding 1% of your income.
You're going to have to, and you say, no, I'm not, then who comes after you?
Bill, I'm going to have to try to squeeze in an answer here. It is no different than if you say you get a tax deduction when you buy a home, you've got to prove you've got a home. You are going to have to pay for health insurance because everyone is getting it under the new plan. When you go into a hospital emergency room and someone provides you care and you can't pay, you and I pay for it.
Congressman,
this fund would
you're dodging the question. If someone is defiant, and there will be people who are, and says, I am not going to participate in this, I'm not going to give anybody a nickel, or I'm not going to give you information about my health status, the IRS then comes in and deals with that person.
That's not true.
Who deals with them?
I don't know how else to say this. The same exact process there. It says specifically in the bill we're not criminalizing anyone for failure to
get fined.
Pay this fee. But here, Bill, here's what we're going to have to try to figure out here. If we're going to communicate this, you're going to have to let me speak. Right now, we have an 88% compliance rate with all elements of the tax code. Requirements, sanctions, everything. It's the highest in the world.
Yeah, what about the other 12%? The IRS gets them if they don't pay the taxes. Ask Wesley Snipes. You can't tell me the IRS isn't the enforcement arm here. It is. Congressman?
Bill, I've got a very big burden here debunking every one of the mistakes that you're making.
Still haven't told me
a little while.
All right, then tell me which agency in the federal government will deal with somebody who absolutely defies. Which one?
Watch this, Bill. Bill, watch this. We are not criminalizing people who fail to comply. Do you understand?
They have to pay a fine.
Do you understand? That's exactly right. But we're not criminalizing them for failure. It's in the law.
All right, Congressman.
I got to tell you something. Yeah. This is the problem with this debate. Things that are made up and then no opportunity for someone to clarify.
I'm a simple man. I'm asking you the simplest question in the world. If somebody refuses to cooperate, who finds them and you can't tell me?
When you say something, it is no different than any of the various things we have in our life. If you go littering, fine, no one's following you around to get your litter.
All right.
Now, why is this such a difficult concept?
I know I'm not a smart man, but
I love you, buddy. You've got to stop making up stuff about the bill. You've got to stop.
But I still don't know who levies the fine, and we'll try to find out tomorrow.
Well, next time you'll let me answer the question. We'll get to that.
Next time. I asked it 5 times, Congressman, but we appreciate you coming on.